Hello and welcome to another episode of Inside the Dressing Room powered by Extreme. I'm your host Bashundhara, and the Sri Lanka-Bangladesh ODI series just concluded yesterday. Bangladesh lost the series, and to have a postmortem of the series, I have Sir Abid Hossain Sami with me. Sami, welcome to the show. Bangladesh, of course, did not come up with the expected result and lost the last match yesterday, and we all saw that match. That's past now. Tomorrow begins a new journey in the new format. T20 series starts tomorrow. But if you look at the series overall, let's talk about the positives. We've scrutinized and hammered a lot this Bangladesh team under Mehdi Miraj. But let's look at the positives. First, if I ask you, what are the positives from the batting side? What 5 things would you pick?
সব মশার বিরুদ্ধে সুরক্ষা দিতে এলো বসুন্ধরা এক্সট্রিম অ্যারোসল মশার বিরুদ্ধে এক্সট্রিম সুরক্ষা
Before starting the conversation, it's my humble request to the cricketing fraternity, just stop searching the scapegoats rather than thinking about the skill development of the cricketers. Now, coming back to your point, talking about the positives, I think the opening combination has been the most prominent thing as far as this series is concerned. We have found 2 new youngsters, and we have found a new approach to go for the one-day format, and I think it's quite okay. Many people are telling like if there is a Tanjid Hasan Tamim, then you need another one to stabilize the innings on the other hand. But I think it's completely okay when you have both the explosive openers like Matthew Hayden and Adam Gilchrist used to be once upon a time. But if you were eyeing for something like that, okay, we want to play this brand of cricket, that's completely okay. But for that particular thing, you have to keep your backup very strong. Your backup bench should be aligned with the national team's demand. I'm talking about if you are planning to play this particular brand of cricket, that means both the openers will be explosive. So you need to prepare your A team for that. So you have to give the instruction to the A team, to the HP team that okay, for the national team, we are setting up a standard where 2 explosive batsmen will take part in the opening pair. So the A team should prepare their openers like
in that mode.
In that mode. The HP team should follow the path. So after that, you have to think how will we approach the innings altogether. If a wicket falls down there, then you need someone to bat deeply to support
hold
that
the innings
particular
together.
opener. Exactly, just what Virat Kohli does for Team India. So you have to set all the scenario like that, and also you have to instruct and guide to your A team and HP team as well. So I think that has been the most prominent thing that openers we have found both the openers who are very much explosive in nature.
At least they could bat according to the plan.
Exactly, right. But the fact is, once again, we have to coming back to that particular point that once a wicket gets down, others start following them. So it has been a matter of concern. But as far as you mentioned about the positives, I think openers are very positive in nature. Along with, I must mention about Tanjim Hasan Saqib's batting. Although he is not an all-rounder, or you cannot consider him.
That was Sami, in fact, my next point, that Bangladesh at least showed some sort of resilience at the lower down. You know, Tanjim Saqib, there was Zakir, who showed some sort of resilience when the wickets were tumbling, and especially in the match where Bangladesh lost so many wickets for nothing. Then there was a 50 to hold the innings together, to prolong the innings. In second match, we saw the effect of that, and Bangladesh batted well throughout the batting lineup. So a good tail end, if I'm not mistaken.
Rupat, I think we have wasted and spoiled Saifuddin. We have spoiled Saifuddin because we did not have any certain plan regarding those kind of players. So we have got Tanjim Saqib, who has minimum capacity of batting. Now we have to think about these particular things, that okay, whether we want to build a core branch of all-rounders or not. So for that, we need to build a plan, we need to set a goal. Suppose talking about the Indian national team, when Hardik Pandya was a prominent part of, he's still a prominent part of Indian limited overs cricket, but they have provided an instruction to the A team that you must bring Nitish Kumar Reddy into the side, you must bring Shivam Dubey into the side, and you must provide maximum number of opportunities of playing matches for them. So I think it's very high time that we need to think about those type of players, and also the skill sets, right. Building that skill sets. Right. Okay, so bowling is his prominent part, and now we have to enrich his batting skills
right.
as well.
Sami, it's very interesting that you mentioned Saqib, and I can provide 2 examples in front of you. One is, of course, one of the best cricketers in the world, Pat Cummins, and Mitchell Starc. both of them are no mug with the bat. They can bat whenever the teams need it, but they are not all-rounders. They do what they need to do is bowling. They open the bowling. They are the spearhead of the pace attack. So should we prepare someone who is a genuine all-rounder, because it's very difficult to find one, or should we like brush what we have, like a Saqib, to tell him that, all right, we need your bowling, but please focus a bit more on your batting. What should be the case? Because with Saifuddin, I felt that we could never define his role, whether he is a batting all-rounder, genuine all-rounder, or a bowling all-rounder. What do you think of that?
I think this is where the instructions should be more clear, more specific. So, talking about the case of Saifuddin, Saifuddin,
A huge talent, right?
huge talent, and we have wasted his batting talent. When he plays for Abahoni, he batted at number 6, number 7, number 8. He doesn't bat at up in the order. Whenever he plays BPL, he also bats for 2 to 3 overs. So he doesn't get ample amount of opportunities to flourish his talent or to work with his skill sets. So what should be there? You have NCL, you have BCLs, which is a part of Bangladesh cricket team's development procedure. So you have to provide that particular instruction that, okay, we want to focus on this particular player, that okay, we want him to enrich his all-rounding skills. So please provide them maximum number of opportunities. You cannot just instruct the club members that in Dhaka Premier Division Cricket League you are bound to pull Saifuddin up in the order. That's not ethical. But as far as BCL and NCL is concerned, you always have the opportunity to enrich your players. As like Rishad Hossain. Rishad Hossain, he did not get ample amount of opportunities to bowl in the domestic circuit. So maybe it was in 2021, 2022, the NCL authority instructed all the teams to keep a leg spinner into the side, and he should bowl maximum 15 to 20 overs in an innings. So I think these things should be very much prominent, that in NCL and BCL you can invest on those kind of players, and also who are already a very core part of your national team, you need to brush them up, brush their secondary skills. I was having a conversation with Sir Curtly Ambrose. He used to be my Combox partner, although I did not commentate with him directly, but we shared the same commentary box. So I was having a conversation. He was mentioning very interesting and sweet points regarding Courtney Walsh and his batting skills, right, that they were very novice as far as batting is concerned. So he was mentioning that right now back in West Indies, back in Guyana, back in Trinidad, no one is like Courtney Walsh and Ambrose
anymore.
Maybe bowling is your prominent skill, your first-hand skill, but everyone since from their childhood they have been groomed up, also nurturing their secondary skills as well. So this particular thing is very much important, that if you are playing limited overs cricket or you are playing the longer version cricket, batting is very important. And one thing I must mention, that when India were very much prominent in Test match cricket, here they ranked number 1. They're number 6, number 7, number 8 in the batting order.
All could bat.
They had been the most prominent part of their batting, because
Ashwin, Jadeja, and the likes of them, Riddhiman Saha.
So those three used to put on maximum number of 200, 250 runs every day in the scoreboard. So these skills are very much important, that you have to rethink about the process, that how we can brush them up and how we can approach for international cricket.
And well, lastly, another point which I felt that should be talked about is, where do we find another Mustafizur Rahman? Because we saw that he alone shoulders the burden of bowling at the deaths, and how many matches he has turned for Bangladesh, how many matches he has won for Bangladesh, it's innumerable, uncountable number. But where can we find another death bowler? We don't see one. I don't know whether you have seen someone in the domestic circuit or not, but internationally, to take that pressure of when the match is dwindling, the match could go either way, Mustafiz comes, bowls a very tight over or takes 2 wickets, 1 wicket, settles the match for that day. Where can we find another bowler like that? Because Mustafizur Rahman needs his workload to be managed very carefully, just like India did with Jasprit Bumrah, because Mustafiz is someone who is injury prone, we know. Even in the series, we were scared that after the first match, he won't play the next 2 matches. So would we see that for another series, that Mustafiz's workload is being managed properly? And if that happens, who will take the responsibility at bowling at deaths?
It's difficult to tell, very much difficult to tell, because Mustafiz, you won't find another Mustafiz. Exactly. You won't find. It's quite impossible, because when Mustafiz was discovered, he used to play table tennis cricket back in 2012. I was having a conversation with Mustafiz that he used to play table tennis cricket back in 2012, and he used to bowl his spinning deliveries. So that particular thing, his wrists are very much flexible in nature. It's like Mutaiya Muralidharan bowling pace ball kind of deliveries like that. So after that, he had a very wonderful season back in 2015, 2016. Then he got injured. After that, his injury management occurred. He changed his non-bowling arm. He adjusted the new kind of action. After that, he's been very prominent, and he has been successfully doing things for Bangladesh cricket. What's really important is I can remember Otis Gibson. Otis Gibson, he has been the most prolific coach for Bangladesh and most
successful.
Most
if,
successful
if,
coach
if we
for
can
Bangladesh.
Call him that.
If
maybe he and hit streak.
Exactly. If you tell about the development of Bangladesh cricket, development regarding the pace bowling unit, I think Otis Gibson did a brilliant job. And I used to see back on those days, I was not that much prominent on television or social media, so I had to spend maximum number of times on Mirpur Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium. So on those days, I used to see Otis Gibson working individually with the bowlers regarding different stints of the matches. Suppose 16 to 20 overs, you have to bowl like this. He used to make some match scenarios and used to practice the bowlers in those kind of ways. So this is very important, that this kind of practice. And also Otis Gibson had a branch of coaches, branch of local coaches gelling with him. I can mention the name of Mr. Najmul Islam, the right hand fast bowler, who is currently working for the under-19 team, I guess. Najmul Hossain from Sylhet. So back on those days, Sylhet division used to play 4 to 5 pace bowlers in their squad in NCL. So it was quite unusual on that particular time, that you had Ibadat, you had Rahi, you had Rejaur Rahman Raja, you had Tanjim Saqib all together playing NCL in the same match. So it's not the tradition we usually see in Bangladesh cricket. So Otis Gibson was the person who used to motivate the local pace bowling coaches to
bring in more pace bowlers
into the squad. And I think that was a very good culture, and Alan Donald, he continued that particular legacy of Otis Gibson. So now we have Mr. Sean Tate. I think it's early call to tell that how he is working, but I think he must follow the process what Otis Gibson started for Bangladesh cricket as far as the pace bowling unit is concerned. Because first of all, yeah, you have Mustafizur Rahman, but you need to have a similar kind of backup for Mustafizur Rahman.
For death overs especially.
Exactly. Not only one backup, you need multiple number of backups. So for that, national team is there. Your A team schedules should be regular. Your HP team's schedules should be regular, and the entire procedure should work together. So suppose Sean Tate is there for the national team, he should have a correlation with the A team's pace bowling coach, HP teams. So these things are very important. And as far as you have asked me that who's going to replace Mustafizur Rahman if he gets injured or if his workload is managed, I think Shariful is the only one.
He's someone also is very
injury prone. So it's a matter of crisis that you don't have any left-arm fast bowler right now available in your tally. You have Abu Hadar Rani, but you have to consider that it's international cricket, whether he is fit enough to play international cricket or not, or whether he's
been out of the scenario for a while now.
He's been performing in the domestic circuit, but you have to consider that domestic circuit and national team is not the same. So it's a difficult call, but all the things should be correlated with each other, what I guess.
All right. Sami, I hope someone from BCB picks up your points and watches this show. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much.
Folks, that was another episode of Inside the Dressing Room powered by Extreme. I'll be back soon with more discussion topics and sporting issues. Till then, you take care.
For more updates, follow us on Facebook, subscribe our YouTube channel, get the latest update on www.daily-sun.com.